these games show no mercy. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest first levels in video games. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the introductory levels in video games, including first vehicle sections and major battles that have a high difficulty curve or are seemingly impossible to clear. Number 10, Skynet The Terminator. In Los Angeles 2029 AD, the decades-long war between the humans and the machines sets the stage before Kyle Reese goes back in time to try and set things right. Yeah, well, good luck with that, right? While this opening level is technically a short one, it is elongated and made more difficult by the giant robot that begins the level and the endless wave of Terminators thereafter. Should Reese succeed in setting bombs inside the Skynet lab, he has to make his escape in 45 seconds before it blows. Fail this mission and Reese is terminated, and you might just want to return it. Number 9, Arkham Asylum, Batman Forever. Responding to a jailbreak caused by Two-Face, the dynamic duo must deal with this unforgiving level. While the convicts are certainly easy to deal with, many gamers manage to get stuck. With no platforms to jump on and seemingly no way out, players need to press the up and select buttons together to launch the grappling hook in certain areas to get past. If the timing is off or you're standing in the wrong spot, the hook won't fire correctly. While looking in the manual can solve this riddle, there are no in-game hints to help you figure out what to do, leaving Batman trapped forever. Number 8, the Drawbridge, Dragon's Lair. Princess Daphne has been captured and it's up to Dirk the Daring to rescue her. Time is of the essence, but instead of rushing into the castle, Dirk's adventure comes to a screeching halt almost right away. He must cross an eroding drawbridge guarded by a dragon while avoiding bats overhead. One hit from anything aside from the bats, even the castle door, and Dirk dies. Only a very complicated pattern, which is never really explained, will allow you to survive the ordeal in one piece. The arcade game of the same name was no walk through the Renaissance Fair either, but at least gamers could make it past the first part. Number 7, Tatooine Speeder, Super Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. The Super Star Wars games were all notoriously difficult, but boy is this one a doozy. In his land speeder, Luke alongside with Chewie and Leia drive along the sands of Tatooine in order to rescue Han from Jabba's palace. The problem? Well, there seems to have been an earthquake or something because the sands are separated by black, empty voids. Jump from platform to platform and you should be okay, but avoid those giant rocks too. While it can be beaten, this course is rough and you're bound to drive off a cliff a few times before you get it right, so may the Force be with you. By the way, no, you're not crazy, this was not in the movies. Number 6, Temple of Trials, Fallout 2. Following in his mother's footsteps, the Chosen One entered these perilous ruins to complete his training. Acting as a test to see how players would equip their skills, neglecting certain skills will have an adverse effect in trying to beat this level. Most new players to the Fallout series were stumped about these skills, so when it came time to fight the radioactive bugs, sneak past enemies, or pick locks, they would not be able to succeed if they chose the wrong skills to improve. Those who were unable to escape the temple were basically doomed from the start. Number 5, The Streets of Springfield, The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants. Instead of going easy on the 10-year-old underachiever, this lengthy level has El Barto tagging purple items, avoiding the tiny aliens that will kill him on contact, and uncovering aliens disguised as humans using his X-ray specs. The level becomes even more of a nuisance with Bart needing to go into stores to buy items without any in-game prompts, and then use these items in unexplained ways that are necessary for progressing. Add in a tough-as-nails skateboarding section at the second part of the level, and it's enough to make sure gamers will never lay a finger on this game again. Number 4, Pewter City Gym, Pokémon Yellow. For those who chose Bulbasaur or Squirtle as their starter Pokemon, the Pewter City Gym leader was probably easy enough to handle given enough training beforehand. However, for Pokemon Yellow players, given that Pikachu is the only available starter, and the fact that electric types are weak against rock types, well, get ready for a challenge. This isn't like the anime where everyone's favorite electric mouse can somehow power through opponents using his willpower. Nope. While there are other Pokemon that can be captured to battle in Pikachu's place, the sheer power of Brock's Geodude and Onix may still make you rethink that whole catch-em-all Pokemon master thing. Number 3, Boletarian Palace 1-1, Demon's Souls. Fans of the Soul series are used to its quirks by now, but this has not always been the case, and the infamous 1-1 was a true education for players. Most will be caught off guard by the enemies and by trying to avoid traps. It is not uncommon for players to spend days replaying the level, either due to dying and starting over from the beginning, or having to farm items to make their character stronger. By being so unforgiving, 1-1 prepared players for the madness that was to come, if they beat the level, that is. Number 2, The Rings, Superman. In an effort to save his friends from Lex Luthor, Superman enters this virtual reality world. It is here where the Man of Steel must first pass a frustrating ring maze. There is very little room for error should Superman miss too many rings or run out of time, forcing him to start the maze all over again. If you do manage to clear the rings, there's a second challenge in the level, which involves, I think this is preventing a series of car crashes. Well, anyway, fail the second challenge and it's back to the first set of rings. Forget kryptonite and magic. These flying hoops are Superman's real weakness. Number 1, Parking Lot Tutorials, Driver. We've talked about this tutorial sequence a lot. Don't get us wrong, the original Driver is a decent game, but this still bears repeating. The tutorial doesn't teach players anything other than maybe some anger management. They are given a time limit to complete the maneuvers on a list through trial and error. Should time run out, or you make too many mistakes and ding up your car, the level resets. As a result, many gamers never saw beyond this dank parking garage. What good is being the wheelman when the game stalls at the starting line? Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.